Hi, I'm Jason Perkins. I'm an attorney that specializes in helping injured workers with their Georgia workers' compensation claims. Now, sometimes an individual contacts me because they've had a heart attack or a stroke on the job, and they have a question about whether they're covered under Georgia workers' compensation law. I can tell you that heart attacks and strokes are covered under Georgia workers' compensation law, but there are some special rules that apply that you would need to know. The first special rule is that you're required to use medical evidence to prove a heart attack or stroke. If you don't use medical evidence, then you're going to lose your case. This is different than a typical back injury or knee injury type of case. In those types of cases, being back injuries or knee injuries, you wouldn't be required to use medical evidence. You could just have your own testimony or testimony of other witnesses. Now, even though you're not required to use medical evidence in those types of cases, I would certainly recommend that you do so, because that medical evidence is probably going to be given more value by a judge a lot of the time. But in a heart attack or stroke case, you're actually required to use medical evidence. And this doesn't mean that you can't use non-medical evidence. You can still use testimony from co-employees or family members or other witnesses to support your case as well. You just have to have some medical evidence, an opinion from a doctor, maybe a questionnaire, or some medical records to introduce that support that the heart attack or stroke was caused by the job. Second thing that you need to know about a heart attack or stroke case is that the detailed facts of your case are very important. The insurance company is often going to try to argue that your heart attack or stroke was caused by something else other than what you did on the job. They'll try to point out that you suffer from conditions like hypertension or diabetes, or that you're overweight, or you have high cholesterol, and that those factors may be what caused your heart attack or your stroke. It's important to understand that you can still prove a heart attack or stroke was related to your job, even if you suffer from some of these conditions that are risk factors. You just need to have that medical opinion that the heart attack or stroke, basically the work you did, contributed or caused a heart attack or stroke. It could be the physical work that you did, or maybe the mental stress of your job. The third thing you need to know about heart attack or stroke is that there's another special rule that applies when an individual dies at work. And this, unfortunately, can often happen in heart attack or stroke cases. If that happens, the dependents of that employee may be eligible for dependency benefits, but they have to prove that the death occurred, that the death was caused by the heart attack or stroke was related to the work that the individual did. Now, how do they prove that if the individual died on the job? Well, luckily, there's a special rule for that, what's often called the unexplained death presumption. And what that means is if an individual is found dead on the job, then that individual's death is presumed to have been caused by the job. Basically, the special rule is available because the individual who died is not available to testify. So it's an additional benefit or additional rule that you need to know about. Now, if you have any questions about heart attacks or strokes or any other workers' compensation question, I'd be happy to talk to you. You can contact me through our website or by calling me at 770-214-8885. Thanks for your time today.